And the Gayatri mantra, take a breath in. Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Exhale, release, and let's come to our mats. The middle of your mats, we're going to begin in Tadasana with some side bends and back bends, things like that. So find your nice Tadasana. Try and be mindful every time we're on our feet of this position. Close your eyes as you find the position so that you have a nice memory sensation. Open the eyes, let's begin. Hands are open, inhale, arms up. And exhale down. So for those of you who have problems, keep going, extending your arms to the elbows, keeping the shoulders down. Just keep working on this every day. And your muscles are going to loosen up, the joint will open up, the shoulder blades will fall down, the spine, or lower, I should say. Keep going, one more. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Right hand stays where it is. Open up the left palm. Inhale the left palm up. Now once you're here, drop that left shoulder. Put your head in a neutral position. Remind yourself of your foundation, and let's do a right side bend. Take a breath in and exhale to the right. Look through the left armpit. Try and keep your body facing forward. And it's about letting go. You're not pushing yourself down. You're simply letting go of tension on the left side to allow gravity to give you the side bend. Let's hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly inhale, let's come back up. Exhale, release the left palm. Left palm down, open up right, inhale, right arm up. At the top, do your adjustments, find your alignment. Find that nice, easy breath through the belly. Take a breath in, and exhale, left side bend. And take your time. If you feel some tension, then just stop, take a few breaths, find a point of relaxation, and continue down. Let's hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming out. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Back bend, open up both hands, inhale, arms up. Here, drop the shoulders, but try and lengthen out of your hips without letting the ribs come forward or introducing a bend in the back. You're just trying to lift out of your hips. Feel that strong foundation. As you exhale, simply bring the shoulders behind you or the arms behind you. So you can bring them behind your ears. When that happens, sometimes the shoulders rise up towards the ears, so drop them down. Armpits are pointing outward. Take a breath in, lengthen again out of the hips. And now exhale, find your back bend. Keep lifting the chest up. You don't want to collapse. Keep lifting up and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently inhale, come back. Releasing the gaze forward now. Exhale, release the hands down to your sides. Let's open up our feet, maybe 3 or 4 feet wide. Feet are either pointing a little bit inward or parallel with the short sides of your mat. Forward fold here, put your hands on your hips. Let's stop at the halfway point. Now, before we do anything, find or feel that sensation of your hips right in line with your heels. As we go down to the halfway mark, keep adjusting so your hips stay over your heels. All right, take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. So see, as you come forward, your butt comes back a little bit, which is normal, but try and find that feeling that your hips are right over your heels. Stop at the halfway mark. Go ahead, drop the hands down if you would like. Maybe they touch. Stay here. Let's let this experience really cement itself in our mind and in our muscle memory. All right, exhale, come all the way down, lengthening the spine down, letting the crown of the head reach towards the mat. It doesn't have to touch, just lengthening the spine here. Take those shoulders, draw them back behind your ears. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just stay right down here, but we're going to walk our hands towards the left foot. Let's see if we can bring both hands on the outside of the left foot. Good. Now turn both feet towards the left side so they're pointing forward towards the short side of the mat. And release the head down towards the left shin. If you need to adjust your stance, either widening the feet or shortening them, that's fine. Do your best to square your hips so that your hips are not open out to the right side. Even here, I'm thinking about lifting the arch, slight external rotation to protect my knees. Keep my hips in alignment. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay down, bend that left knee a little bit so that you can now bring both hands back to the center and come into your front straddle. So you swivel your feet once more and you're back in your straddle. Maybe you're a little bit lower now. Don't forget about the shoulders. Keep them away from your ears. Let's do the opposite side. Keep the head down. Simply walk your hands to the outside of the right foot. And now let's swivel both feet forward so they're facing the same direction. Change your feet distance if you need to. Square off and drop the head over the right shin. Now, what you can do here, it's perfectly acceptable that if you're having a hard time keeping your right leg straight, bend the right knee a little bit so that your belly and chest are actually resting on your thigh, and then drop the head. That's perfectly fine. And then as you feel good, without arching or rounding the back, see if you can straighten the knee. And if not, no big deal. Bend it again. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Coming back to straddle, let's bend that right knee first. Now we can move the hands back to the center, swivel on the feet, and we're back to our straddle. Coming up, lift the head, lengthen the back. As you lengthen the back, you start lifting the torso up so that your belly and chest are about parallel to the mat. At that point, feel your balance, bring your hands to your hips. Let's practice hinging from the hips and coming up. Ready? Inhale, come up. So our back is nice and straight the whole time. And exhale, release the hands. Let's do this one more time, but with our arms extended. Let's do a swan dive. So open up the hands. Inhale the arms up. Think about hinging from the hips. As you exhale, extend the arms to the side, straight back as you come down. Swan dive into your forward fold here, hips in line with the heels. As you come down, release the hands to the mat. If you can, fingers in line with the toes. Let the head drop, crown of head towards the mat, shoulders away from your ears. And let's hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, slide those hands to the outside of the left foot. Go ahead, swivel the feet towards the left. Square the hips, release the head towards the left knee or shin. Don't be afraid to bend that knee just a little bit if you need to, or more, doesn't matter. Think about lengthening the spine down. And I don't care if your knee is all the way bent or not, as long as you think about lengthening the spine. Let's add a movement here, coming into a low lunge. Bend both knees and place the right knee on the mat. Release the foot. Hands are on either side of the left foot now. Raise the torso up just a little bit. Hands are still on the mat, but we're trying to get a nice line from our tailbone to the top of the head. So that means I'm opening up through the right hip. Now, I really don't mind, if you don't mind, your knee and your ankle, if your knee passes over that left ankle a little bit. As long as you have the mobility there, that's fine. Let's come into a hamstring stretch. Take a breath in. As you exhale, straighten the left leg. Shift the weight back, left toes up. And once again, we're lengthening the spine over the left. Or the middle. We can say sort of down the middle of the mat. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, let's come back to that lunge. Exhale, deepen it a little bit more. Coming into a lunge with the right knee off the mat, simply curl the right toes under. As you inhale, you can keep your hands on the mat, but lift the right knee off. So I'm still using my hands for balance at this point. Once you feel like you're at a balance point, take your hands, bring them to your hips. From here, we're going to rise up. Inhale, straighten that left knee. As you start to come up, turn forward as if we were in our straddle position. Get it? So there's a certain turn and lifting. Hands are on our hips. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands down. Let's repeat on the right side. Walk your hands to the outside of the right foot. Swivel both feet towards the right side. Exhale, come down into a pyramid pose. Hips are squared, lengthening the spine over the right leg. Let's hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into a low lunge with the left knee down, bend both knees, slide the left foot behind you, left knee down, release the left foot, hands stay on the mat, deepen the lunge here. So it's all about trying to figure out how do I keep contact, my hands on the mat or my fingertips on the mat, and still shine the heart. To do that, I have to really open up through my left hip. So let's hold there. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring stretch, take a breath in. Exhale, shift weight back. Straighten that right knee, right toes up. Lengthen over the right side now, or over the right leg. Let's hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back to lunge. Exhale deepen. Curl the left toes under. Keep your hands on the mat. Inhale, take that left knee off the mat. Straighten the left leg behind you. So you're on your left toes, but you're pushing the heel behind you. You may have to shorten your stance a little bit. From here, when you feel that you have your balance, lift the torso up, release your hands to your hips. Inhale, come up, twist, face in center. Exhale, forward fold. Hands release down, fingertips in line with the toes. From here, toe heel, till your feet are together. You're in a forward fold. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we can do in terms of coming into a low lunge with our feet together. So some of you can do this very easily. Others, like me, I have to widen my knees, but I'm gonna try and keep my feet where they are. Widen the knees as I come into a low lunge, a low squat, and bring my hands in front of me. Tuck the head, round the shoulders. Some of you, your heels are not touching the ground, no problem. Just do what you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, gently sit down. Oops, I came off my mat. So we're sitting down, release the legs in front of you, Dandasana, inhale, arms up. Hold the arms up high, drop the shoulders, lengthen the spine, and we're just gonna hold this pose. Now, as we hold it for longer times, think about anchoring through the seat bones. I don't care if your legs or if your knees are bent a little bit. Relax the thighs. They're not holding you in place, okay? Your thighs are not holding you. It's that core muscles through the abs and your hip flexors. So relax your knees, even if they come up. Let the shoulders drop down gently. At the same time, extend up through the fingertips. Flex your ankles a little bit. That will help engage the correct muscles to stay in this position. We're going to stay here for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. To come out, take a breath in. Exhale, release the hands down and simply roll to your back, knees to chest, and roll from side to side. Come to center. Let's deepen the pose. So to deepen the pose, what I'm talking about is dropping the shoulders down to the mat. Chin is in neutral position. And even if your knees are not as close to your chest as you would like, drop those hips down so that your tailbone is touching the mat. Take the weight of those legs into your biceps. The rest of the body is relaxed. Hold here. Slow the breath. This is a pose that everyone can do, and it has so much benefits, health benefits. So not all yoga poses have to be challenging to be beneficial. So let's just hold this a little bit longer. Just let all the magic happen for 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to come into a bridge pose. So the knees stay bent. Simply release the hands, let the feet come onto the mat just below your butt, hip width apart, more or less. Take your hands, palms down, place them underneath your butt. That's our starting point. Remember, when we do this bridge pose, it's about bringing the sternum or the chest towards the head. So we're opening up the heart or the middle and upper back. The weight is resting on the upper shoulders. Your neck should be nice and free. You shouldn't feel tension there. If you do, lower your position just a little bit. All right, let's begin. Everyone, take a breath in. As you exhale, first contract, tilt, and then continue to lift the hips up. As you lift the hips up, your hands are free, and now you can roll your shoulders inward towards one another underneath you. Some of you can place your hands at your lower back. Some of you can grab your ankles. Others, like me, I simply keep my hands where they are. I can't move them anymore. Now, try and bring your sternum towards your chin. So to do that, you're opening up through the middle and upper chest. You have a nice long neck here. You're not crunched at the neck. You don't need to tighten your thighs or tighten your butt. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming out, take a breath in. As you exhale, first roll out the shoulders, and then you start in the upper, the middle, and finally the lower back comes down. The last thing to release is that little bit of pelvic tilt. Coming into a nice spinal twist, extend the arms to the side. Let's float our knees over our hips, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, knees float over the hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, knees to the right, you look to the left. Hold here. Another thing to think about, we're going to do the bridge pose again, is your breath. So experiment what feels better if you put your focus in the belly, ribs, or upper chest as you breathe. So play with your breath the next time you go into the bridge pose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go all the way to the other side. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, and float up and to the left. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float to center. Exhale again, release the feet to the mat just behind your hips. Bring your hands underneath your butt, palms down. So we're playing with the breath. We're bringing our sternum towards our chin. And we're not putting focus on the thighs or the butt. We're really thinking about shining the heart in this position. Ready? Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, and start to bring the hips up. Once your hands are free, roll those shoulders underneath. From here, really think about bringing the weight to the upper back and shoulders, but not the neck. Think about shining the heart up towards the chin. And now find a breath. Play with your breath. I'll do a silent count in my head while you play. 3, 2, and 1. Let's come out, take a breath in. As you exhale, first release the shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, and release that pelvic tilt. Different spinal twist this time. Go ahead, extend the right leg. Slightly flex the right ankle. Bring the left knee to the chest. Hold the left knee first. Let's stay here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, the sides, palms up, spinal twist to the right. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you roll over that right hip, bringing the left knee towards the mat. Don't worry if your left knee or left foot don't touch. Simply try and relax the back. To the best of your ability, hold the integrity of that right leg. Let's stay here. Now, just for fun, if you would like, the left leg, which with the bent knee, you can straighten that leg and see if you can grab your big toe with your right hand. And we'll finish the count for 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you did straighten that knee, go ahead. Let's bend it again. And coming to the center, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, roll over back to the center. Exhale again, release the left knee. On an exhale, we'll bring the right leg up to the chest, so take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, the right knee comes to the chest. Hands raise up, hold that right knee, knee to chest. Hold the integrity of your left leg, which is extended down the mat. Let's hold this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the sides, palms up. Spinal twist, take a breath in. Exhale, roll over the left hip, look to the right. And then if you like, you can extend that right foot and reach it towards your hand. You can grab the foot, or you can keep the knee bent. Wherever you feel tension being released, that's the movement you want to reach for. Having a bent knee or a straight knee doesn't make the pose any better or worse, okay? Let's hold this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, come back to center. And release down. Coming into Matsyasana or fish pose, it's very important in fish pose that there is very, very little weight on the head. So let's go through it slowly and safely. Bring your hands underneath your butt, palm down first. Both legs are extended together. Point the toes. As I inhale, I sit up, but I keep my weight on my forearms. So from the elbow to the hands, I have my weight, I'm looking at my toes. Now this is really about opening the heart. So the shoulders have to come behind you as you do a back bend and reach your head towards the mat. If your head doesn't reach, then widen your elbows until they do, okay? So I'm looking down at my feet, I'm keeping a very active point or extension in my legs through the toes, that's important, okay? As I inhale, shine your heart so that the shoulders come down, but your chest rises up. Now, as you exhale, you simply drop your head down naturally and reach for the ground. If it doesn't touch, like I said, widen your elbows. But the point here is the same sensation of opening up through the sternum or the heart so that I feel the weight on my forearms. I feel the counterweight through the lengthening of my legs. Now you come out anytime you're not comfortable. I'm going to do a count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, simply release the head first. That brings the neck and the shoulders down, and then release the hands. Keep the left leg extended, left ankle slightly flexed, bringing the right knee towards the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float the right knee towards the chest, hands to the knees, knees to chest. On your next exhale, let's try and bring our forehead to the right knee. So take a breath in. As you exhale, raise up and sort of curl up, bringing your head, forehead towards the right knee, but let's drop those shoulders. You don't need to be crunched up by our ears. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Using the strength of our hip flexors, left leg is going to rise up. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, and let's just lift that left leg straight up towards the sky. Good, let's change legs. I'm going to extend the right, bend the left knee. So now completely in the opposite position. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, release the head down. Exhale again, release the hands, extend the left leg down. Let's come into fish pose again. Lift the hips, place the hands underneath, palm down. Extend both legs down your mat. Point the toes. Keep a nice active lower leg. I feel my elbows to my hands on the mat. Inhale, lift the torso up, just so you can look down at your toes, but feel the weight on your forearms. Keep pointing the toes. Inhale, open the chest up. Exhale, drop the head gently and reach for the mat. Remember, the weight is in your forearms, but even more so through the lifting of the rib cage. Keep pointing your toes. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gently release the head, shoulders, lower back. Release your hands. Bringing both knees to the chest, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, flow both knees towards the chest, hands to the knees, knees to chest. Coming into happy baby pose, bring your hands inside both knees, grab your big toe or your shins, and then as you exhale, you simply open up your legs. Knees are bent, feet are 3 feet distance maybe. You're flexing your ankles so that your feet are facing up towards the sky. You can roll from side to side or just stay still. Relax the shoulders. Let's hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, straighten the legs into a nice straddle. Now, it really doesn't matter if you're holding your big toes or your thighs or your shins. Just feel a nice opening here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your hands exactly where they are. As you exhale, let's bring our legs together. Hold here. So we're feeling a nice lengthening through the hamstring. If you find that your butt is lifting up off the floor to do this, then hold on a little lower in the leg and really relax the hips down. We don't want to feel tension there. It's the same feeling we have in knees to chest when we're deepening that pose. Still want to feel your tailbone as close to the mat as possible. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, release the feet down to the mat, release the hands down to the mat, palms down by your hips. Let's do a nice sit-up. So, flex the ankles. Bring the arms extended behind your head. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, sit up. You end up in a nice Dandasana, arms extended up high. And exhale, release. Come into a comfortable seated position. Alternate nostril breath. So what happens when we do these back bends, we're stimulating a lot of energy in the body. So it's nice to do a calming breath to help balance that energy throughout the body. So let's sit in alternate nostril breath. For 3 minutes, I'll give you the time, and then 2 minutes more, we'll breathe through both nostrils, but just sit quietly and just try and be mindful and present. Being mindful and present means we try not to be attached to our daydreams. We try and just stay here in the moment. All right, go ahead. You know alternate nostril breathing. I'll start the timing. There's no rush. Go ahead and finish on an exhale on the left nostril. And then release the right hand and simply be present for 2 more minutes. Let's stay here, keep your eyes closed, and let's see if we can keep that mental focus going. So simply listen to my words and bring your focus to the places I suggest. So sitting nice and quietly and breathing. Bring your focus to the top of your head. Now in between your eyebrows, to the right eye, to the left eye, to the right ear, the left ear, to the right nostril, the left nostril, to the right cheek, to the left cheek, to the upper lip, to the bottom lip. Inside the mouth, the upper palate, the lower palate. And now the heart. Keeping that nice mental focus, go ahead, lay down on your mat, Savasana. And in Savasana, gently bring your focus to the points I suggest. Right leg, left leg. Right arm, left arm. Stomach, chest. The weight of the head against the mat. Right big toe, left big toe. Right thumb, left thumb. Lower back, back of your shoulders. The weight of the head against the mat. Right ankle, right knee, right hip, left ankle, left knee, left hip. Pelvis, lower back, stomach, front of the chest, shoulder blades, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right palm, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left palm, neck, weight of the head against the mat, and your heart center. Let's stay here with the focus at the heart center. Breathe normally. If you can stay in your Savasana a little bit longer, please do. Otherwise, let's first observe our breath. Let's observe that feeling of total relaxation. And then very gently begin to move the toes, ankles, fingers, wrists, knees, and elbows. Shoulders and hips. Gently rolling from side to side. Letting the head tilt from side to side. Just gently bringing movement back into the body. Keeping the breath nice and soft. And all together on our next exhale, let's roll over to one side. Exhale again, let's come to a nice comfortable seated position. Resting our hands lightly on our knees or thighs, relaxing the shoulders down, lengthening through the spine, finding a nice physical and mental comfort in this position. Sharing the